Devin, do you remember a while ago you told me about this college girlfriend of yours? I believe her name was Cynthia Smith.
Yes.
And how you never were able to find her again, and you really longed for her. And it's just one of those gotaways that you just wish. It was the ships passing in the night, but you knew that there was a connection.
Yeah.
She was beautiful. I remember the story very well.
Yeah.
Well, good news, and this is the first on the Barak Lurie podcast. We found her.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
She was at the No Kings rally.
Yes.
And she spoke on camera. Here you go. Sky News actually found it. So here you go.
No death camps on American soil!
Can I ask what you're saying?
No death camps on American soil!
No cats?
No death camps!
Okay, so that's why you're here protesting today?
Yeah, cause those camps are death camps. Camps are raping them. They doing what Hitler did. So they can shove it up their little tussies and smoke it.
So where are these camps at?
They were the Florida Keys.
Yeah, so I think she looks great.
She hasn't changed at
She hasn't
all.
changed.
She has not passion.
Oh man,
you know. She cares.
She's. I can see why you liked her so much.
Yeah.
That's good. I don't know whether it's the teeth that are missing or her beautiful analogies that don't really work in other universes, but in this universe somehow it works. When she said they could shove it up their tushies and smoke it.
Yeah.
I think she's mixing metaphors. Maybe I'll give you her number again, and you can work it out with her.
Oh, that would be great. Or I always blamed myself that I wasn't smart enough to understand her, you know? And then she'd say no calves. And I thought she was talking about my leg, but yeah.
No. Oh, man, these people are really extraordinary. We'll be talking more about this No Kings rally business, but I have to tell you, it's very fun to watch them. But here's the thing. This is a form of conspiracy. This woman, as we listen to her, obviously not your ex-girlfriend, but nevertheless, as we listen to her, there's a certainty in her voice, isn't there? There are death camps, and they are raping women there. Now, you might say she's just, you found some crazy person, Barak.
Yeah.
But there are so many of these people saying similar things.
Right.
And they get themselves all whipped up. I mean, these are thousands of people, if not a million people, I don't know, who are saying equally strange things.
Right.
And here's something that Arthur Brooks said that I thought was very thoughtful. He wrote, "Why Your Neighbor Became a Conspiracy Theorist." And maybe you too. That's the title, right?
That's a good, I always love that.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
But his point is that millions of Americans are not just misinformed. They're searching for coherence in a world that no longer provides it.
Yeah. Now,
I agree with his conclusion that the world seems to be lacking coherence.
Right.
But the question is why? Okay, the why for you and me is because there's no God.
Right.
In their lives. There is a God, of course. I'm saying in their lives there's no God, so they're still nevertheless looking for meaning. They're looking for cohesion.
Right.
In this crazy world of ours.
Yeah.
And the cohesion that they found is anti-Trump.
Yes.
And deciding that what he offers is fascism and autocracy and dictatorship, of course, taking away of our freedoms, and probably doesn't like cats either. So these are the things that they believe.
Yeah.
And to them, it creates a cohesion of thought. It's the universal theory of everything for them.
Yeah.
And I think we've captured something here. That's the theme today.
Yeah.
Is that they have to believe in something so badly because they have no meaning in their lives otherwise. This gives them meaning.
Right.
The last time I saw something of this level of cohesion, it's always been there in a sense, but of this level of cohesion is the COVID. panic, right?
Yeah.
So, you and I thought it was madness.
Yeah.
But the true believers out there, they were, enforcing it with dirty looks and calling the police. And of course, demanding that you wear masks everywhere. And they hide in the corner of the elevator if you happen to be sharing an elevator. That was the kind of conspiracy that was going on for them. They needed the meaning. So, yes, I think Arthur Brooks is right that they're looking for coherence in a world that no longer provides it. But you have to ask the question: why does it no longer provide it? Is it because somehow the world is so polarized?
Yeah,
and therefore there's no coherence. Who's to blame for the lack of coherence?
Right.
And I put it to you that the lack of coherence comes from not understanding that there is one central morality. We're looking for a cohesion.
Yeah.
And that used to be in God and now has become more and more godless. Everything falls apart. It's Lord of the Flies, except on a much larger scale.
Right.
So who knows?
And I like what you're saying there because you said everything falls apart, but obviously with the woman I could never get. I tried so hard in college.
Cynthia Smith.
Yeah. She's falling apart.
Yes.
And if when she was in her teens or 20s, watched her, she would be like, oh, whoa, that's the last thing I want to be.
Right.
And yeah.
Somehow this was a choice that she made. Not a choice like, well, you know what, maybe I ought to kind of evaluate this Trump. Is he all that bad?
Yeah.
But instead she chose to just hate him. We call it Trump derangement syndrome, and I think there's something to that. But it's not about Trump so much as a need to believe in something.
Right.
And even if that belief is so wacky that she thinks that there are death camps where people are also being murdered.
Yeah.
Why not call them rape camps, I suppose?
Yeah.
Being murdered, right? Being raped. Why not that? I mean, that makes sense to her.
Right.
More than the possibility that, she just doesn't like him and would prefer a Democrat.
Yeah.
It's not just black and white. It's the world will end if we continue on with this guy, meaning Trump. And I don't think, there'll be a Republican president again one day.
Yeah.
And I wonder, Devin, I think it's going to be the same thing. Whether it's Rubio or Vance or DeSantis, for that matter, all of whom I like. But they're going to be saying the same thing about whoever that person is, and maybe it's somebody else. Whoever it is, they're going to throw exactly the same amount of hate upon him.
Yeah.
And they might even say, boy, I thought Trump was bad. But this guy, Billy Bob, he's even worse.
They will 100% say that.
Yeah.
You can, whenever there's the next president, Republican president, and hopefully soon, they're going to go way worse, and they're truly going to believe that Trump never existed, Trump wasn't that bad.
Yes.
This guy is so horrible because, the death camps.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
It's a really good point. And that explains also what we're seeing with the Iran war. Now, the Iran war, the left seems to be looking for every opportunity to see that the war is going poorly.
Yeah.
They seem to be rooting for our loss.
Right.
Any good thing that might be happening has to be twisted to be a bad thing.
Yeah.
Okay? It's a strange sign of the times.
Yeah.
Not like World War II at all. Americans were all rooting for America, but not so here. I mean, people root for their football team better than this. Right? They may disagree with the coach. They think that the coach put in the wrong player, called for the wrong play, whatever it might be, but they still want their team to win.
Right.
Right? They can criticize, but they still have a mission to root for the team. Not so with this. They want this to be a disaster. Nowhere do you see on MSNBC and all the liberal outlets does anyone say, I just want to make it clear, I really want us to win this war.
Right.
I question the methods.
Yeah.
Does Trump know what he's doing? Okay, I think he does, but I'm not getting into that now.
Yeah.
But you would think they would say at some point, this Iranian regime is awful.
Right.
It would be a great thing. I would love for this war to end in a glorious explosion of goodness and the end of the Iranian regime and the former Shah, or for that matter, a new democratic government going in there. Let's root for that.
Right.
And let's root for, the very few American casualties and, for that matter, very, very few Israeli casualties. But I think that they could do this better.
Yeah.
Said nobody on the left.
Or even just, I hope that because there are death and rape prisons in Iran.
Oh, yes.
And I hope women don't ever have to go through that again, not only in Iran, but anywhere.
Yeah.
I hope the women are free and feel free and empowered everywhere. You don't have to completely hate everything. It shows they don't even care about Iran or the Iranian women.
Well, it's a form of conspiracy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say about this hatred of the Iranian war. Nowhere can they give even the slightest quarter to Trump. Like we talked about a couple weeks ago where we asked the kind of like the phantom liberal out there, the hypothetical liberal, is there anything that Trump is doing that you think is okay?
Yeah.
I'm all right with that.
Right.
Or that you dislike less than everything else he's doing.
Right.
And we gave the example of the ballroom.
Yeah.
Okay. So there he is, changing the ballroom in the White House and making it a big dance hall, I guess, whatever it might be. And they are just as animated and hostile to that as they are to anything else.
That is one of the best points you're making here. Something so small and trivial, something that absolutely the next president, whoever he is, can change it.
Right.
And they're as passionate about that as the Iran war, as the fantasy that they have of so many things.
They're as passionate about that as they are about the deportation of illegal aliens. We know about that. They're as passionate about that as, his call for the end of transgendered sports and whatever, everything that's in play right now, that's what they're against.
Right.
Right. And it's equal. Wouldn't it be funny if you go to the No Kings rally, pretend to be a lefty, and then just yell and scream, have a megaphone and say, I hate Trump because of what he did to the ballroom in the White House. Yeah, can I have an amen?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people would rally.
Yeah.
That's how crazy they are.
Yeah.
No sense of perspective, and that's a problem. Anyway, let's now talk about, actually, and we'll talk a little bit more about No Kings in a second, but there's this talk of Iran is somehow winning the war, or we're losing the war at the very least.
Yeah.
To which I say, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I mean, we killed, I think, what is it, Victor Davis Hanson. He said, let me get this straight. So if you were to say in World War II that we killed Hitler, Goebbels, every single one of the Nazi regime, we also took away their entire Navy, their Air Force, and wiped out virtually all of their missiles and all their offensive capabilities, and probably degraded the army down to about 50% at most. Would you say that they're winning? Right? The Germans, they got us routed, I tells you.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing.
Right.
And again, it's an example of how they want to lose this war.
Right.
That's very important for them. Anyway, I understand that they want, perhaps the Iranians want to wait out the war. That's a strategy on their part.
Right.
But winning?
Yeah.
And who's calling their shots now?
Right.
That's the question. I mean, that I think is one of the biggest challenges for the United States right now. Who do we negotiate with?
Yeah.
Who do we accept the surrender with? Trump did call for unconditional surrender. I respect that. I think that's a fantastic plan. But at some point, I think it's just going to be all wiped out, and one day we'll look around and just say, okay, guess there's nobody left.
Yeah.
And now we get to rebuild. There won't be any surrender.
Right.
Who is going to surrender?
That is one of the ironies of taking out the leaders is, okay, so who wants to sign the paper?
Yeah.
Who wants to sign the treaty?
Yeah. All right, anyway, so let's talk about what the headlines are not saying, at least on the left, about the Iranian war. In just a few weeks, the United States and Israel have launched over 11,000 precision strikes that's crippled Iran's military, and it hit the core of its nuclear ambitions. And the skies are completely controlled by both America and Israel.
Right.
Iran's response is not strength, but desperation, as we mentioned. They attack the oil tankers. They threaten global shipping. They try to drive up energy prices and create chaos through the Strait of Hormuz. This is what this regime does, and it has always done. It doesn't build.
Right.
It always destabilizes.
Yeah.
That's the theme of the Iranians. And now we're at this turning point. The Pentagon is weighing what comes next, possibly decisive action to finish this.
Yeah.
Because the simple truth is, if you stop halfway, then Iran rebuilds. It always has.
Right.
And if you leave even 10 of the mullahs behind, then they declare victory.
Yeah.
And they will rebuild.
Oh, yeah.
So there's no option for Trump, for America, for Israel, other than complete destruction of the Iranian regime.
Yeah.
And I applaud it. But the truth is, this isn't just about winning battles. It's about whether the United States and its allies are willing to finish the job.
Right.
They have to remove this threat that's been hanging over the world for decades.
Yeah.
Bottom line, peace doesn't come from weakness.
No.
It comes from strength and the willingness to use it. And this is what Trump is all about.
Yeah.
He's going to do it. And we talked about what a leader is a long time ago. And one of the key qualities, and it's very important here. Do you remember what I said?
I do not.
Yeah.
No.
When I say it, you'll say, oh, yeah, that's right. One of the key elements of a leader, there are many elements, of course, but the one that applies very strongly now is that a leader doesn't give a crap what you think about him.
Yeah.
Okay. That was true of Caesar. It was true of Napoleon. It was true of every great leader, Churchill too.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about, megalomaniacs like Napoleon. I mean,
right.
There was an aspect of that. Take that away. They were still great leaders. They brought out the best in their soldiers and their people, generally speaking.
Yeah.
So they also didn't care what you thought.
Right.
And that's Trump.
Yeah.
He's going to finish this job.
Yes, he will.
And it's perfect timing. It's not even April yet.
Right.
As we speak. November is far away. This war will end well before the midterms, for one thing. Not that should matter, mind you.
Yeah.
But Iran basically chose this timetable. Whether they realize it or not, they created this timetable. And it's wonderful. We're going to defeat them. Great things are going to happen. And Trump is saying, look, we're not going to pull out of this.
Yeah.
Why would I? Only so that you can say in your history books, for that matter, that Trump didn't go all the way later on. And then use that as a campaign slogan against not only us in the midterms, but also in the presidential election in 28. We're not going to give you room there.
Right.
We will finish this job. And if it takes another 2 months, it'll take another 2 months.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll go anything like that. I think this war is going to end within a week to 10 days from today, March 31st.
So.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
So it's a bold prediction, but I don't think it's that drastic a prediction.
Right.
I mean, we've already wiped out, like I said, the Navy and the Air Force, and I don't know, half the military. I mean, they're just kind of running around, desperate.
Like or just to push back, though.
Yeah.
They're saying they're winning. So.
Oh well, then they're winning.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe you might want to rethink.
That's a good point. I didn't think you would move that chess piece, my friend.
Check and checkers.
check. Crazy.
Yeah.
All right, and the war in Iran continues to disrupt the global economy.
Yeah.
Right. But they're okay, and they point out the fact that the gas prices are going way up.
Right.
And I saw one meme actually from a former friend, a liberal, very liberal, and he took a picture of the gas prices.
Yeah.
And he says, "F you, Trump." Like, okay, now he's interested in prices, right?
Yeah.
They were okay with dumping trillions of dollars into the economy. And that wasn't just for COVID, by the way. That was also the Obama thing, the Transform America Act or whatever crap that was called.
Right.
And they have no problem raising the minimum wage to ridiculous levels like $30 in Los Angeles without any concern for the consequences to prices and otherwise, right? That they're cool with.
Yeah.
But when or not caring about regulating gas and cutting off the spigot for our production of oil here in America,
right?
Even though it means a tremendous increase in prices at the pump, right? It's that basic. They were okay with that,
right?
But now that there's a direct correlation, yes, no one denies it. It's getting up there,
because
because Iran is cutting off or trying to cut off the spigot, it'll open up again.
Right.
And what do you do then?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the Nathan character in the Ten Commandments, the movie with Charlton Heston. And every time there's a problem for Charlton Heston, Moses, obviously, the Nathan character says, "What are you going to do now, Moses?" yeah.
It's a great time.
Edward G. Robinson, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Okay. Anyway, go ahead.
It's one of those great moments where you can really lock them down. So, okay, we have a mutual understanding that the price of gas does affect other things in the economy.
Yes.
The price of energy is actually something that matters. We both agree on that now. And Trump, boo, bad, he made it go down.
Yes.
But we agree that matters. So if anyone else makes it go down, or Trump makes it go, or actually up, then down, whatever, you get the direction. That actually matters.
Yeah.
And like just start opening their minds where, okay, that subject matters that we've been saying since forever.
Good point. That's a great point. This has been the Devin Goodman podcast.
Just making you win back friends. Yeah.
No, but the point is interesting because they should be thrilled with the gas prices going up.
Right.
Because that means that there'll be more pressure to pursue alternative energy.
Right.
Green energy, no less.
Yeah.
So you're welcome, lefties. Crazy people.
Crazy people.
All right. Iran lowers the minimum age for war to 12.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's a video proclaiming this glorious new policy. Okay, check it out.
در تورهای ایست و بازرسی بسیج که الان در سطح شهرها می‌بینید اتفاق افتاده، مراجعه بسیار زیادی داشتیم از نوجوانان و جوانان که میخوان در این تورها حضور پیدا کنن و با توجه به این که سنینی که حضور پیدا میکردن و مطالبه میکردن که میخوان حضور پیدا کنن، ما این سن رو روی 12 سال به بالا آوردیم. یعنی الان برای بچه‌های 12 ساله 13 ساله میخوان حضور پیدا کنن در این فضا.
Okay, so
I understood that perfectly.
That guy was really mumbling. I couldn't understand a word he was saying. Anyway, for those of you not seeing the video, what he's saying is it's great to be able to announce that 12 and 13-year-old children can now have the ability to fight in this war. And isn't that awesome? Because they want to.
They get to work on their resumes.
Yeah.
A lot of 18-year-olds, nothing to put. These 12, 13-year-olds,
that's true.
So many things. You know?
True. But here's exactly what it's saying. He's getting in Basij checkpoints that you now see happening across the country. We have had many requests from teenagers and young people who want to participate in these checkpoints. Yes. And given the age of those seeking to participate and requesting to be present, we will honor that. Okay. And we have lowered the age limit to 12 years and above. Okay.
You disagreed that they're not winning, sir. Is this not proof?
This is proof. They're so excited about this.
My son, he wants to do things, bro.
That's right. That's close to a Persian accent. I think it's not bad.
And then for the economy, because they're going to have to remake uniforms for a 12-year-old. So they're going to have to do different sizes. That's going to help their economy grow. There's so many good parts about it. You know?
That's true. Let 1,000 flowers bloom.
Yeah.
This is crazy. I mean, it's just crazy. Obviously, this man is represents a very evil empire. But first of all, you know that this guy, that he's dead. Okay?
Yeah.
Any spokesman for the Iranian regime, they tend to, what's that word I'm looking for? Die.
Yeah.
But this also, of course, reflects how evil this enterprise is. I would rather surrender my country than force 12-year-olds to go to war for me.
Yeah.
It is just so cruel. But it's not the first time.
Yeah.
They did this in the Iran-Iraq war.
Yep.
Both the Iraqis and the Iranians sent in their children. So don't be too surprised. And they often put them in as minesweepers. They send them over to see, because if the little kids blow up, then the adults will definitely blow up because they're heavier, right? The adults. So if something as small as that can happen, then they'll blow them up. Terrible things.
Imagine the instructions. Okay, Zaib. So you're going to want to play some football over here now.
That's right.
And just do that
long,
stuff.
Buddy.
Yeah.
Go long. Yeah, you got this. Zigzag a little bit.
Or it's so like in the Civil War, in the Revolutionary War, children did help out, but or even in like with Roman stuff. But it was moving the bodies. It was like they were helping out to support. You don't put them in front of you, like we're not fighting men at that point.
So the word infantry comes from that idea, infant.
Really?
Right. So you're putting in children in harm's way.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why they call it that. It comes from that history. Anyway.
Wow. Okay.
Just awful
No,
cultures in the past. And a society that doesn't care about its own children is a society that really should be no more. It's an evil culture.
Yeah.
They always talk about how a society that respects its elders is how you can judge them, but it's also the children.
Right.
And too many times in cultures, I think even you brought this up, that abortion is such a great example of how we sacrifice our children.
Yeah.
Right. And in this case, children in the womb.
Yeah.
And they have no problem. The Iranians have no problem sacrificing their children. It's not, all that matters are the adults. I guess after a certain point, maybe 18, 20 or something, then you're a legitimate human being somehow.
Right.
I don't know. I've given up trying to understand the Iranians. But what I do know is that they, like the No Kings people, have a decidedly one world view of the way things are. And they've decided that everyone around them is evil, and of course Trump included, and that's the way that they fashion their world.
Yeah.
And it's sad. It's to the destruction of everybody. And you scratch your head and you say, why, Iran? Why? I mean, we're not asking you to be a democracy, but just for your own self-preservation. If you had not fought so hard for the nuclear missiles, then you could still go around creating all sorts of mischief throughout the world. You can even do terrorism. We're not saying we would like it.
No.
But it's because you went too far. You insisted on making a nuclear bomb, and that you said specifically you intend to use it on Israel.
Yeah.
And then later the United States. Okay. We can't take that chance.
Right.
We will believe you.
Yeah.
You said it.
Yeah.
So we will stop you.
Right.
And it's not good enough for you to say, well, we were just bluffing. We kid.
Yeah.
Why can't you take a joke? Okay, it wouldn't be a good way to respond to that.
No.
Anyway, okay, so, but here we are, Iran, with all your entrenchment into the most evil ideology you could possibly imagine, thinking that you are somehow fulfilling a glorious mission of the Quran. You think that that's what you're doing, and now you're about to be totally destroyed.
Yeah.
Okay, good on you.
Yeah. And we have that, like the standing where I certainly have it, where I want their soldiers to be free and not to be fighting in a war.
Right.
I want their children not to know about any of that stuff. Like I want them to be safe and alive and happy and thriving. And
like it was before the revolution in 1979.
My God,
that's all.
yes.
And it was not a perfect democracy, not by any stretch, but fine. It was a hell of a lot more free than what it is now.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Jimmy Kimmel wants to talk on this new security head.
Thank God. We need this.
What he said is, as you know, is gospel.
Yeah.
And he decides to mock him by way of referring to him as a former plumber, right? Let's play that clip.
Okay.
Before he was elected to the Senate, Mark Wayne Mullen was a low-level MMA fighter and a plumber. That's right. We have a plumber protecting us from terrorism now. It worked for Super Mario. Why not Mark Wayne?
All right. So that's just insane.
Yeah.
And look, saying that he's a low-level MMA fighter and a former plumber.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't even know where to begin.
Yeah.
So plumbers are not good people, or they're stupid people.
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to suggest? And he wants the audience to go along with him. Maybe there's a plumber in the audience.
Right.
And plumbers are pretty bright people. Without plumbers, we don't have a civilization, at least not a modern one.
Yeah.
The same thing with HVAC people, electricians, and so on.
Yeah.
And for that matter, garbage men. Mocking Americans is not a good approach.
Right.
But he thinks so.
Yeah.
Because he's elitist.
Right.
Right. Now, what he doesn't know is that, he works as a plumber, and then he owns that plumbing company and made it massively successful.
Yeah.
So he's an entrepreneur, unlike you, Jimmy Kimmel, who have done nothing other than, entertain cynical approaches to everything. Yeah, and you're not really that funny.
Right.
So you can call yourself a comedian, but your show is getting canceled.
Yeah.
I mean, they're waiting the right amount of time so that people forget that it was already canceled before.
Yeah.
So, and then we'll be laughing at you, Jimmy Kimmel.
Right. Or even if somebody clogs up that toilet in the studio.
Yeah.
He's not calling an electrician. He's not calling a congressman or some guy from Harvard.
It's going to
There's a guy who can do it, and that guy is valuable.
Very sweet.
Yeah.
Let's talk briefly about the Supreme Court decision on today, March 31st, that Colorado's ban on so-called conversion therapy for minors conflicted with therapists' right to free speech.
Nice.
Okay? Now, I don't know if I agree with the analysis as a free speech case. I think that it's more of a commerce clause issue.
Right.
Like you don't want to, you can't tell people to not engage in a particular form of therapy. I mean, if somebody says, look, I'm gay and I don't like being gay and I want to do what I can to somehow be attracted to the opposite sex.
Right.
Or just talk it out.
Yeah.
Okay. But to say that you can't do that is bizarre to me. While these same people believe it's okay to talk out the possibility of being a boy when you're a girl and vice versa.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Oh, yeah.
And it's funny, I just talked to a lefty friend of mine. And I said, this is crazy. And she interrupted saying, well, conversion therapy doesn't work. Like, but you understand that you can't become a boy if you're a girl too, right? That's what we would say not working either. That's not science.
Yeah.
But somehow therapists are just absolutely gaga to prescribe pills and suggest surgeries to make a boy into a girl.
Right.
That's okay. But if a guy who's gay has an attraction to men, wants to see how he can get more attracted to women, or to have a different lifestyle in that regard, to have a heterosexual lifestyle, that's absolutely forbidden.
Right.
See, it's all agenda driven. That's the point.
Yeah.
It'd be one thing if they said you can't engage in conversion therapy for either homosexual tendencies, and you can't encourage somebody to become the opposite sex.
Right.
Okay, then they would be consistent. I don't know if I would agree with that, but it would be consistent.
Yeah.
So anyway, the Supreme Court came to the right decision, maybe for different reasons. For 8-1.
Right.
So who is the holdout? Who do you think?
Probably Sotomayor.
You know what? We should look this up.
Yeah.
Okay. Neither of us know right now because it just came down.
Kagan's too smart.
I think Kagan's too smart. I think it's Ketanji Brown.
Okay.
Jackson.
Actually, it's one of the two.
Yeah.
But it's weird that they would split. Because both of them
one person did.
Yeah.
Only one.
Right. They split. Like,
I see.
Ketanji went one way.
Liberals.
Sotomayor went the other way.
I got it. Yeah.
Neither of them are particularly,
okay.
Harvard.
All right. So you will look up on, if you don't mind.
Absolutely. I'll look up.
You can look it up.
Yeah.
And then we'll find. I'm going with Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Oh, she's so beautiful, though.
Well,
she's so,
is she though? What is beautiful? I'm not a biologist. How would I know? Oh man. All right. Okay. Well, politics. Back to politics and the No Kings rally. This is very fun.
Yeah.
It does not stop with these people. One of the things I think would be really fun is if you go to the rally and pretend to be one of them.
Yeah.
And not only talk about the ballroom thing like we talked about before.
Right.
But you go ahead and you say, you know what? Good news. Trump has now said and agreed that he will not be king. He has relented. He's conceded that he will not be king. Sounds good?
Yeah.
We won, people.
Right.
We won.
He will be a prince, or if he can't,
he says,
not a king.
No, that's funny. No, but he would say he's agreed to be only president, and he will agree to make sure to step down in 2020 after the election of 2028, early 29, and he will use executive power when he's authorized to use executive power, and work with Congress and the Senate. What do you say, people? We did it. And they would probably pump their fists in the air because they really think that he thinks that he's a king.
Yeah. Yeah, give him the win.
Yes,
give him the W.
Yes, give him the W. So who was the dissenting?
You were right. The wise Latina went with the right decision. You were absolutely right. Yeah.
I think I think when Sotomayor was there, I thought, okay, this is not a very bright woman.
Right.
But when Ketanji Brown Jackson came in, I thought, well, at least Sotomayor can say, I'm not that dumb.
And she seems nicer. I don't know
I think
about...
she is.
Yeah.
You're right. I think she has more compassion. I think she also has some degree of sensibility. But Ketanji Brown Jackson, she's just what's contrary for the sake of being contrary.
Yeah.
And so whatever Trump proposes, whatever appears to be Republican or conservative, she's going to be a consistently reliable voice on the crazy side.
Yep, she's going to hang her puka shells on the wrong side no matter what. Yeah.
No matter what. All right. So, I mean, look, the fact is that the Supreme Court in Colorado had affirmed the ban on conversion therapy. So it's not as if she's the only one.
Right.
Okay. So had she been on the Supreme Court, she would have been in the majority in Colorado. Okay. So you get the idea. The Kings Rally, the No Kings Rally, rather, had some fairly crazy people in there. Most of them women, if you notice. It's interesting.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, think about it. It's they just will say anything that comes to their mind sometimes.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's just women are not coming out looking good in these rallies.
No.
There certainly are many crazy men as well.
Yes.
I'm just saying that if you want some craziness, if you want to get videos showing true craziness, like I'm about to show you,
Okay.
it's probably going to be a woman.
Yeah.
Okay. And I saw a recent one with Jane Fonda and the woman from, used to be on MSNBC, a black woman. What's her name?
Oh, that was Joy. No.
Joy Reid.
Joy Reid. Yeah.
Joy Reid.
Yeah.
So she was there, and another couple of women there, and they were just talking anything that came to mind. Come to the No Kings rally. It's going to be fun, on these streets of the autocratic streets that we live on. Like,
right.
Okay. Yeah. Where are the soldiers? The good stepping that they claim is happening.
Yeah.
That's the beautiful thing, is they get to claim with great bravado how they're fighting the fascism, but not actually fighting it.
Yeah. They never fought. The women never fought fascism.
They don't know.
Or some did, but
they've taken no risk whatsoever.
Yeah.
And they're like going into a video game and shooting bad guys and having many lives associated with it, and of course never actually being in danger of any kind.
Right.
But they get the thrill.
Yeah.
Of being in combat.
Yeah.
Without any of the real fear.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So check out this one woman who's decided that being a black woman in America is a real struggle. Check it out.
So waking up every day as a black woman is such a political act. So that in itself is exhausting, but like the fight never stops. So protesting this, it's like, hey, I still have to do this. So I can't wait until this shit is behind us and we don't have to worry about people dying in ICE custody. We don't have to worry about losing our rights as women, as black people, as any marginalized group. So, gotta represent.
Okay, so that's interesting.
Yeah.
She doesn't, of course, have anything to say about the reality that's actually happening in America.
Right.
But just vomit it out. The raping and the murdering and the incarceration in one way or the other. It's just anything that came to her mind, that's what she said.
Right.
Okay, so let's continue on.
Those rights being taken away right now.
How are they being taken away right now? Literally just like, I have teachers as friends.
Yeah.
So, wait a minute. Okay. By the way, for those of you just listening, she's holding up a sign and it says castrate pedophiles with a big scissor. Okay?
I'm okay with that.
Well, and so am I. But who do you think she's talking about?
Every male?
No. Because pedophiles, I think she actually supports. But the pedophile she doesn't, or the alleged pedophile, is Trump, right?
Trump's that now?
Oh, yeah. No,
really?
They claim him to have been on Epstein Island with no facts whatsoever, of course.
Yeah.
But therefore, he would be a pedophile.
Okay.
Had he been on, I mean, there's no basis for it.
Yeah.
Notice, by the way, that story has just kind of gone poof. Nobody talks about that anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's worth hearing the rest of this.
Yeah.
Check this out.
And they are struggling to try to educate our kids in classrooms.
Yeah.
So because of what this administration is doing, black women are pretty much being murdered in medical professions when we go to seek medical care. And that research is being defunded.
Okay, so what?
Yeah.
Black women are pretty much being murdered.
Oh, yeah.
Not quite being murdered, but pretty much being murdered.
Yep.
I don't know what that means, but is that because they're not getting their proper medical treatment and then they're dying in the droves? Not clear.
Yeah.
But again, anything that she says. But what does that have to do with Trump? Right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is the No Kings rally, right?
Right.
So again, the intelligence level of these people is beyond.
Yeah.
And I'm just not impressed with anything that I'm seeing here. But there's not a single cogent statement from anybody.
No.
And you would think that they would present that in the liberal news stations, right?
Right.
They would say, okay, here's why we're here at the rallies. Here's why we call it No Kings. Here's why Trump, we feel, is acting as he's an autocrat and that he's entitled. 1, 2, 3. But they don't have anybody like that. And they said they have nutcases like this. And they know there are plenty of them.
Right. And this is actually the cruelest of them all, because if any black woman believes that, then they won't seek medical care that will actually help them and could actually save their lives.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a dangerous, horrible idea to the people she claims, and I don't think she actually wants to protect.
Well said. That's really well said. I look, I mean, one day, one of your friends, you might see one of your friends in one of these rallies, and you'll just say, wow, what happened to her?
Yeah.
And it's probably her at the end of the day, sadly.
Yeah.
What if you went to the rally and announced the great news, like we said, that he's heard the demands and grievances, right? But maybe they think, okay, well, we don't want any other kings, no kings. And Trump says, yeah, I agree with you, no kings. Not just me. Of course I'm not a king. I'm just the president.
Yeah.
But I'm with you. No kings. Oh, just awful.
Maybe you could
we left England for that very reason.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for your patriotism.
Why don't we
for reenacting the Revolutionary War. Thank you. you folks are good Americans. God bless you.
Exactly.
Can you imagine if he said that?
That would be awesome. We'll do like a statue of George Washington. Why not? You know?
Man. All right. Another, this is from the New York Times. Another senior House Republican will retire as midterm exodus grows.
Wow.
Okay. Just the title alone, the midterm exodus grows, suggesting that all these Republicans, oh my gosh, we're just terrified of the midterms. And I don't want to be part of this massive loss.
Yeah.
Never mind that it happens all the time. In midterms, you tend to lose your numbers in your respective houses, regardless of the majority, one way or the other.
Right.
Representative Sam Graves, the chairman of the Transportation and Infrastructure Committee, said he would leave Congress after nearly 3 decades. The latest sign that the GOP is bracing for big losses.
Yeah.
Okay, well, did you talk to this guy?
Yeah.
Maybe he's leaving because he's old.
Yeah.
Maybe after 3 decades, as you point out, he said, you know what, I just want to retire.
Right.
Now's as good a time as any.
Yeah.
Why are you focusing on this?
Yeah.
So whenever somebody leaves, does the other side get to say, oh, this is the sign of the times. It's the end. People retire.
Oh, yeah.
They don't wait till they die.
Right.
Okay, so.
Yeah.
Anyway, so look, it's totally because they hate Trump. Yes.
Yeah.
The left, will always tell you someone's motive.
Right.
Even if the person says nothing at all. Or for that matter, even if he does tell you that it's something else, they'll tell you what his real motive is. In this case, that this representative was quitting because he doesn't want to be part of this massive loss and he's somehow against Trump. All that is BS.
Yeah.
Okay. Really quickly, from Shore News, this is Governor Mike Sherrill has signed a package of immigration bills into law. This is for Virginia. Mickey Sherrill, sorry. Significantly expanding the limits on how New Jersey agencies and law enforcement interact with federal immigration authorities and intensifying debate over whether the state now effectively operates as a sanctuary jurisdiction.
Wow.
So agencies are barred from complying with immigration detainers, providing access to detainees for federal interviews, or sharing databases, facilities, or personnel for immigration enforcement purposes. The law further prohibits participation in federal immigration operations and voids existing agreements that conflict with these provisions.
Wow.
Okay, so all they're saying is we love illegal immigrants.
Yeah.
And this woman, this Mickey Sherrill, she had campaigned as a moderate. She's radically left.
Yeah.
Radically left. So it's, again, well, all they are exhibiting, the only message that they're saying is, you can't trust us.
Yeah.
We'll tell you one thing, and we'll completely tack to the other side.
Right. Yeah.
Now, she's a governor, so in Virginia, I believe they only have a one term in Virginia.
Okay.
So 4 years and you're done.
That's good. Yeah.
So, but she has nothing to lose.
Right.
She just wants to go all out, balls to the wall. And she doesn't care, apparently, whether her party will win again in 4 years' time.
Right.
At this point, 3 years' time.
Yeah.
It's very sad. Okay. University of Southern California canceled a debate recently in the California state's governor's race less than 24 hours before it was supposed to take place on Tuesday, after facing backlash over including only white candidates.
Oh.
Oops.
Yep.
The problem is that the criteria for the debate was based on performance, not color, which illustrates nicely the madness of our cultural movement.
Yeah.
But wait, I don't understand. Democrats say that they should go with a white Christian male for the presidential campaign in 2028. Then now they're beginning to say it, right? But that's from Axios, by the way. Like saying, but I don't even know where to begin. So nothing in this, and I just said this on Newsmax about this. I was a little bit more clear and focused, and I wasn't tongue-tied as I am right now.
Yeah.
But isn't the point that they're just not focusing at all on the actual issues of the day?
Yeah.
It shows, it reflects that all they think that matters is your skin color and whether or not you have a penis between your legs.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And maybe your sexual preference.
Yeah.
Which also involves a penis or not between your legs.
Right.
Right? So it's all sexual stuff, it's all gender stuff, and it's all skin color. That's it.
Yeah.
So, and they can't see past that. So that's why they're saying maybe we should have a white male Christian, because that's what works. But that's not the point.
Right.
The reason why Trump won, why anyone wins, is because they supposedly have better ideas than the other guy.
Right.
Now, the population may be wrong. I think, for example, with what's her name, Mickey Sherrill, they were wrong about her.
Yep.
I mean, she's a woman. She got elected. So why wouldn't that work in the presidency?
Right.
And not only that, but Kamala Harris, a black woman, became the vice president. People presumably voted for her along with Joe Biden. They didn't vote for Joe Biden in spite of Kamala Harris, but perhaps because of Kamala Harris.
Right.
So I disagree with their premise, for one thing. But it's the ideas, stupid.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like saying, can you imagine you go to a car mechanic? Yeah. Your car is just not running. And you go there, and the guy looks under the hood, and after like half an hour, he says, I think I found the source of your problem here. And what's that? Oh, it's the color of your car.
Yep.
Yeah, we see this a lot.
Yeah.
People are driving green cars, and they should not be. It's dark green you might be able to get away with, but blue or yellow, those are fine.
Yeah.
But no green.
Damn.
Right, Charlie? Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
See another car, green, not going to run.
Yep. We know them. Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny. All right. Yeah, that's the white Christian man thing. Okay, look, their fear divulged with dismay in group chats at cocktail parties and increasingly in public is that parts of the electorate are too biased to support a woman or other diverse candidate for president. Former First Lady Michelle Obama fueled such talk recently, saying that the U.S. is not ready for a woman to become president. Democrat strategists have put it bluntly, with several saying a version of "it has to be a white guy." Okay, same problem.
Yeah.
The Democrat Party takes pride in being a champion of women, people of color, gay stuff, all that, transgender, and even religious minorities. But I think they forgot that they elected this guy Obama.
Yeah.
And word on the street is that he was black.
Wait, what?
Google that.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
I'm using AI for this one. I need the full-on thing. Yeah.
And that was the high point for the party's goal of boosting diversity. That was back in 2008.
Yeah.
That's almost 20 years ago now.
Yeah.
So,
but he didn't get elected for a second term, did he?
No, absolutely not.
Thank
It was
God.
a fluke.
Yeah. It was just a one-off. Yeah.
All right. So this terrible story that you heard about this young lady Sheridan who was killed by an immigrant was and again it's a classic example. She's going on, I think, on a pier on the water, and this random guy, illegal immigrant, crazy, just shoots her in the back of the head. That's it.
God.
Done. She didn't look at him the wrong way. Didn't I don't know, refuse his sexual advances or nothing.
Right.
There's no connection. She just killed him.
Yeah.
He just killed her. And this, I want you to hear this one woman. She's an assemblywoman or something. And this is what she has to say. Yeah, she's a Chicago alderwoman.
Oh, God.
Here you go. Here's what she says.
The kids were out doing normal things people do in the neighborhood. And it sounds like this might have been a wrong place, wrong time, running into a person who had a gun. They might have startled this person at the end of the pier unintentionally. But that's all we know. So,
all right. So this genius woman who decides, she knows nothing about it. That's all we know.
Yeah.
As if she's reporting something. She's in her car talking to the phone, of course. Don't want it to be paid attention to. But she doesn't know this. She said, wrong place, wrong time.
Right.
So that suggests that somehow it's Sheridan's fault.
Yeah.
She shouldn't have been there at that time.
Yeah.
And she shouldn't have been at that place at that time.
Right.
So she's kind of partly to blame.
Yeah.
That's what she's saying. Wrong place, wrong time.
Right.
But wouldn't you say that about any time that there's a murder?
Pretty
or
much,
a theft, or a car accident for that matter? You were in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
If somebody runs you over by a drunk driver, guess what? Wrong place, wrong time.
Yep. Yeah.
That's as simple as that.
Yeah.
So as if somehow she just wants to kind of flush us away.
Yeah.
It's a wrong place, wrong time situation.
Yeah.
Could have happened to anybody.
Right.
He would have otherwise shot somebody else or just shot into the air.
Yeah.
You know what? He was going to shoot into the air, but her head happened to be in the way.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make fun of her, Sheridan. On the contrary, I want to bring up her humanity.
Yeah.
I'm trying to show how stupid this woman is.
Yeah.
And then she decides what was really going on. That's because the part where she says, "That's all we know," right? That maybe she surprised him.
Yeah.
Suddenly alarmed him one way or the other. Like, again, it's partly her fault.
Oh, yeah.
So the question is, why is she making so many excuses to this guy?
Yeah.
Why? Why can't she just say, this is awful?
Yeah.
Or she could even say, this guy was clearly a bad guy.
Yeah.
But the vast majority, because they love that phrase, are good people among the illegal immigrants.
Right.
She could have said that. She didn't.
Yeah.
She has to make it seem as if this is a good thing. This is an okay thing. And it's partly Sheridan's fault.
Yeah.
So something similar is what happened in Madison, Wisconsin. There's a 31-year-old now who's being charged with first-degree intentional homicide in connection to a deadly shooting inside a downtown parking garage. Diamond Wallace is the alleged perpetrator, made their initial appearance. I think they meant her initial appearance because it's a woman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they wanted to be very clear because the person, guess what, is identifying as trans.
Whack job.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she appeared initially for the initial appearance in Dane County Court Wednesday, accused of killing 61-year-old Christine Jones, who had been found shot to death Sunday morning inside a parking ramp in the 300 block of West Washington Avenue. Okay, so you think, okay, another random shooting.
Yeah.
But this is not an illegal immigrant situation. This is a wacko.
Right.
And somebody who was obviously very troubled about her lifestyle and who she was.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
Yeah.
That's all we know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm using that is phrasing. So it turns out that they worked together.
Yeah.
And they obviously had disagreements of some kind. And she followed her in this parking lot. And she was upset with her in particular because, wait for it, she was a Trump supporter.
Oh, God. Yeah.
And she couldn't abide.
Right.
So she killed her. God. Now, we don't know for sure, but we do know that there was a serious animosity toward her. Is that the only reason? Don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sure it didn't help. But she decided to kill her. And if she is trans, as I believe she is, and she believed, as many trans people do, that Trump is trying to destroy them all, trying to arrest them all, trying to kill them all, then maybe her anger went to a fever pitch and she decided that she's going to kill this woman.
Yeah.
So I believe that this is yet another example of political violence, and it's happening far too much.
Yeah.
People are feeling justified. That's the problem. When you get people to think, yeah, murder is bad, but I understand them, then we've got a problem.
Yeah.
And that's where we're getting to. Charlie Kirk, great example of that. The insurance CEO, I forget who killed him. I don't care about him. I care more about him. Brian Thompson.
Yeah.
Was the victim.
Right.
I care about him. But somehow to say, I wouldn't do that way, but I understand.
Yeah.
I understand the hatred.
Yeah.
Not acceptable.
No.
Well, I don't know, guys. I got to tell you, it's very frustrating. I'm going to leave you with one other thing that's somewhat disturbing. Why can't you end it on a positive note, Barak? I will. I'll end it on a positive note. Yeah. The total number of victims of the UK rape gangs will exceed 100,000. And that's a conservative estimate. This is a figure that comes from Julie Bindel, the founder of the justice group Justice for Women. She was interviewed by Brendan O'Neill of Spiked. We all know, or that they're, if they're being honest about it, that this particular group of men, whether they're Iraqi Muslim or Pakistani Muslim or anything else, are embedded within a very traditional misogynistic culture.
Yeah.
They are clannish with their extended families. This enables them to run big drug cartels, as well as cartels of prostituted and sexually abused girls for their own pleasure. The last thing that we want to do is for people to stop listening to this because of hyperbole and exaggeration. But if you were to take a very conservative estimate, you're looking at several towns and cities where girls are being abused and targeted by a very similar type of perpetrator.
So many.
The real number will be well over 100,000. And I think he's right.
Yeah.
This is from Brendan O'Neill, speaking to Julie Bindel. Okay, so that's where it comes from. And here's the shocker.
Yeah.
Because there's so many.
Yeah.
You can't grasp it.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, you're in wartime. You're a soldier. And suddenly, instead of dealing with one soldier shooting at you, maybe two, you can deal with that. Suddenly, there are 100,000 soldiers surrounding you. You can't deal with that.
Yeah.
Well, you can start shooting if you like, but you're not going to get more than one or two people before you yourself die. And I think that's how overwhelming this must seem. When you hear a number like 100,000, which apparently is conservative, let's say it's 300,000. God forbid, but let's say it were. The numbers, you can't put a name to each of these numbers. If it were only two girls, God forbid, even for them, and they had names that we routinely heard on television, that would be a different story. But it's not like that.
Yeah.
Instead, we have this massive number, and people just shrug their shoulders because, as Stalin said, one death is a tragedy. 1 million deaths is a statistic.
Yeah.
And that's what we're seeing here.
Yeah.
A statistic. So that's not the good news that I was going to say. That's terrible news. It's just awful. And we need to shape up. We need to bring God back into civilization.
Yes.
That is the good news. You bring God back into civilization, great things happen. And I demonstrate this very nicely in Atheism Steals and the previous books as well. But it is really amazing if you were to really bring back God into civilization. It doesn't mean that you're forced to go to church or otherwise. Please stop exaggerating my points about these things. These people on who comment on this podcast and on my tweets and otherwise, they say the most absurd, cartoonish interpretations of what I say.
Yeah.
But if you recognize that God was and should be still a central force in civilization, meaning that God is real, just accept it. No one's saying that you have to go to church or synagogue every week or pray every day or anything else like that. But just to show respect.
Yeah.
That's it. And it's okay if people say God bless.
Right.
That's okay too. Or they teach the Ten Commandments. Even if you just say that it's a form of history. You're teaching these are the things that have guided this civilization historically. And you know what? It's not a bad idea to live by them.
Right.
It's kind of cool. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say. And it's amazing how many ailments, ills of society could be cured if you bring back God.
Yeah.
If you do that, then everything falls into place. It means that you start drinking less. It means that you don't engage in crime. It means you certainly don't murder. It means that you gear yourself up for marriage and you gear yourself up for having kids and you start seeing yourself as a responsible person, that you're accountable to society, and that you don't gossip, that you don't cheat on your taxes for that matter. You don't cheat on your wife.
Yeah.
All these things fall into place. And I've shown this time and time again. If you have God in your life, there will be no serial killers, no mass murderers, and petty crime will be virtually non-existent.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
Bring back God.
Yeah.
So people talk about bring back whatever. I saw a sign once, bring back the trains. Somehow that would solve.
They always want the trains. Yeah.
Yeah, always with the trains.
Yeah.
But how about bringing back God?
Yeah.
Is that such a bad thing? I mean, at the very least, even when I was an atheist, I recognized that God in civilization was a good thing.
Yeah.
I didn't believe in him, but I thought, you know what? It's probably better that we have God, this big phantom fake in the sky where everyone thinks that he's looking at them.
Yeah.
That might be a good thing.
Right.
In fact, it is a good thing.
Yeah.
I didn't want everyone to think in a godless way like I did.
Yeah.
I didn't want that.
No.
But I was an honest atheist.
Yeah.
And these atheists today, they think that they're more moral than you.
They really do.
They really do.
They do. Yeah.
And in fact, your Christianity or your Judaism makes you an immoral person.
Yeah.
You see. Anyway, that's the good news. It's a very simple answer. Bring back God, great things will result. All right, folks. Well, thank you so much for listening to the Barak Lurie podcast today. With me, of course, as always, Devin Goodman. If you like the podcast, please like the podcast on whatever platform you're on. And of course, subscribe to the platform, the Barak Lurie podcast. And we'd love to see you more. And bring in the comments and tell your friends about us as well. In the meantime, Barak Lurie signing off saying, God bless, be strong, and we'll talk with you next week.